What's up, YouTube? Y'all doing good? You good? You good? I'm good. You good? Okay, good. Alright, today I'm going to show you how to make some buttermilk biscuits. Now, I already have a biscuit recipe on my channel, but I figured everybody needs to know how to make a good buttermilk biscuit. And so, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this recipe. And I'm just doing a voiceover today. I know some of y'all are mad because you can't see my pretty face, but you'll be alright. So, let's get right on into this recipe. Alright, so in this bowl here I have some self-rising flour, and I'm adding some sugar and some baking powder. And I'm just going to mix those all until they're well combined. I also add some salt in there as well. Now I'm going to add in some butter and some butter flavored shortening. Now you can use regular shortening if you don't have butter flavored shortening, but if you can get the butter flavored shortening, it's really good. So I'm just going to mix all that up together with this biscuit cutter, and I kind of found out that wasn't working good enough for me. So after a while I actually switched to using my hands, which I believe that's the best method for making biscuits. So you just want there to be small little chunks of butter and shortening throughout the dough, well, throughout the flour. Now I'm just forming a well in between the flour mixture so that I can pour my buttermilk in it. And then I'm just going to pour all of my buttermilk into the center and mix that in. I don't know why I didn't add all the buttermilk in. Oh, there we go. Now I'm just going to pour all of that in and just mix it all together until it forms a dough. Be very, very gentle with this. You don't want to be extra rough with this because it'll make your biscuits tough. As you can see, it's going to get very thick and hard to work with, but that's what you want. It should be very thick and a little sticky at the same time. Once you reach that phase, you know you're good to go. Alright, now you just want to flour your work surface, and make sure you flour your hands too, because you don't want anything to stick. So flour that really well, and then you just want to turn your dough out onto your floured surface. And once you flour your hands, you just want to start kneading this all together. You just want to make sure it comes all together. There shouldn't be any of the dough sticking to the your work surface. Once it all comes together, you can form it into, I try to form it into like a little rectangular shape so I can start rolling them out. And make sure you fold it a couple of times to make some layers in there. And then you just want to take your floured biscuit cutter and you just want to cut those out. Make sure you don't twist too much, or else the biscuits, they won't rise really well. And make sure you cut them really close together so that way you can get more biscuits through your first, I guess, run through. Yeah, just cut them really close so that way you get more biscuits out of the first time, because once you re-roll the dough, it won't be as pretty as it was before. And I like to lay mine on a parchment lined baking sheet, and I like to place them fairly close together, and that helps with the rising. And then I'm just gonna brush the tops of them with melted butter. And then you want to place them into your preheated oven and bake them for about 15 to 20 minutes. And as you can see, oh, they were too hot, I had to put them down. But that's what they look like once they come out of the oven. Y'all, these biscuits are so good and fluffy and soft and delicious. Oh my goodness. So I really hope y'all enjoyed this recipe. They're really good, and I will see y'all in a few days with another recipe where we're using these biscuits. So if you want the full recipe, please visit my blog, and I will see y'all on the next one.